Hey guys, welcome back to New World Carpentry Solutions, and in this video we're going to be edge profiling on the last few projects that we bashed out, being the cutting boards, the butcher block cutting board, the ingrain one, and all the egg holders. For these first few cutting boards on the underside, I decided to go with a large chamfer. This chamfer also doubles as another finger hold. I do have the handles that I added on the ends of each one of these cutting boards, but by also having a large chamfer, it gives your finger somewhere else if you want to grab it down from the side. Because it'll be sitting flat on the countertop, that large chamfer gives your finger somewhere else to go up under, so you can actually lift the boards. On the top side, I plan to go with the round over. Before I can do that, I need to add all the chamfers on the underside and then make sure that the round over doesn't meet the chamfer. So I kind of got to adjust a bit based on how much I take off the bottom. I want the chamfer at the bottom to be larger because that actually again doubles as an additional handhold. The round over on the top is more cosmetic, just to make sure you don't cut your fingers and that it has a nice even transition. But after doing all the chamfers, I switch over to the round over bit and I start off with these egg holders. I was kind of happy to actually realize that I can do pretty much all the sides and all the edges right here on the router table, just by taking my time and also making sure that I start the cut at the proper side of the bit. If you think about router bits, they have like 4 quadrants, and if you look at the rotation of the bit, pretty much that tells you where you want to come in with your piece. You don't want to catch it on the back side of the spin. That's how you actually get the kickback that you get on router tables. If I was to come in toward the top side of the bit, toward the fence, the bit would actually take the piece and then throw it out of my hands. So by coming in right here on the front side of the bit where the blade is, or the tip of the bit is on like a downstroke, it kind of cuts into the material and then allows me to kind of ride it along without it getting thrown out of my hands. Hopefully that makes sense. Probably should do a detailed video on like the actual rotation of a router bit. The differences between handheld versus actually using a router table. The differences between if you're doing the outside perimeter versus doing the inside. These all change your routing directions, so keep those things in mind whenever you're using a router. Definitely get those kind of committed to second memory, just so you don't have any mistakes or dangerous incidents over here on the router table. I do love these egg holders and how they stack together. I think they came out phenomenal. I do need to put a finish on them, but do some light sanding, but I think they look awesome. And then for this epoxy serving tray, I love how this came out, and what I decided to do was something simple. Just do a simple round over on all sides, and then I'm going to actually add a set of handles just to kind of make it a serving tray, because this one is not going to be a cutting board because it does have epoxy in it. I believe you're not supposed to cut into it, so we're going to avoid that. And also, as you guys saw here with the end grain, I did a climb cut by starting the end grain piece over on the left side of the router table, coming backwards into the bit, and then finishing up by starting on the right side, going all the way through. Pretty much again to try to prevent any type of tear out on the end grain. And then on these larger butcher block style cutting boards, these are just getting a simple round over on all the edges and sides, just to kind of make it nice and easy to hold and comfortable. After all those are hit though, I can go back to the final pass on these cutting boards. These ones have that large chamfer on the bottom, but on the top edge is where I wanted to do a round over. So now I'm just going to pretty much take all the boards running through the router table, make sure I get a round over on all 4 sides, make sure they're all consistent, make sure I take the even pass on all of them, and then we're going to do some final sanding and finish in the next video. So I hope this has been a nice enjoyable process for you guys. Hope you guys learned a lot of techniques and also got to see some really cool projects built. If you guys have enjoyed, please let me know down in the comments, leave me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.